Right now, there is an intense debate dividing dividend investors. People are actively selling their shares of SCHD to chase the momentum of a completely different fund, FDVV. This chart shows exactly why. When you look at the standard 1-year and 5-year returns, FDVV looks like it is absolutely destroying SCHD. Seeing that gap creates an almost irresistible temptation. You look at your portfolio, you look at that 5-year chart, and you immediately want to jump ship to capture those higher returns. But here is what happens when we zoom out. Over a 10-year timeline, the massive divergence vanishes, and both funds arrive at nearly the exact same 197% total return. How did two funds that track completely different sectors and execute completely different strategies end up yielding the exact same result? Making portfolio changes based solely on short-term charts is a highly efficient way to destroy your wealth. You end up buying at the peak and selling at the bottom. Declaring a universal winner between these two is an illusion. To build actual wealth, we have to look past the top-line numbers and decode the internal mechanics of both funds so you know exactly what you own. Comparing these two ETFs directly is like comparing an apple tree to an orange tree. They are engineered to produce entirely different types of fruit. FDVV concentrates in high-growth areas like technology, financials, and utilities. SCHD operates on the opposite end, relying on defensive sectors, energy, healthcare, and consumer staples. Because these strategies oppose, crossover is practically non-existent. There is only a 14% overlap, meaning just 18 shared stocks. But you don't hold these funds in a vacuum. We have to see how they behave if you already own a standard S&P 500 index fund, like VOO. This diagram illustrates FDVV's structural reality. It shares a massive 41% overlap with the S&P 500. While FDVV boosts your starting yield, it fails to diversify tech concentration. But with SCHD, that overlap shrinks to just 7%. For income investors, a high starting yield is meaningless if you don't understand how that payout grows, or fails to grow, over time. This chart tracks SCHD's decade of dividend payouts. Notice the perfectly smooth ascending staircase. That consistency provides immense psychological value, but requires patience for a lower starting yield. Overlaid, FDVV shows growth, but you clearly see structural dips in 2020 and 2024. During periods of economic friction, FDVV experiences bouncing, inconsistent year-over-year payouts. FDVV gives you better initial cash flow. However, that erratic growth makes projecting your long-term compounding highly difficult if you rely on strict retirement planning. You have to prioritize your needs. Choose FDVV for immediate higher cash flow, or SCHD for a mathematically reliable compounding income engine. Past performance does not guarantee future safety. To find the hidden risks, we have to run a Monte Carlo simulation to stress test a $100,000 investment over 20 years. This chart shows the 90th percentile scenario, the absolute best-case environment where tech is booming and the market is ripping. FDVV towers at $1.19 million, leaving SCHD behind at $998,000. FDVV is functioning exactly as intended here. It leverages its growth sectors to win decisively in a bull market. But we have to pivot sharply to the 10th percentile scenario. This is the worst case, lost decade environment where everything goes wrong. In this scenario, FDVV's capital suffers a massive drop, while SCHD succeeds at preserving significantly more of your starting wealth. When the market cycle brutally turns against technology stocks, SCHD's value-heavy composition steps in to act as a defensive fortress. If your investment strategy only succeeds when the market environment is perfect, it leaves you highly vulnerable to catastrophic capital destruction. Reaching for the higher growth potential of FDVV inherently demands that you accept a much harsher reality during economic downturns. Market cycles will always rotate. The absolute fastest way to lose money is to sell a temporarily boring fund just to buy yesterday's winner. Let's map this out. If you are an income reliability optimizer, meaning you are nearing retirement and you already hold the S&P 500, then you should prioritize SCHD. You are willingly forfeiting tech-driven bull run gains in exchange for sleep-at-night stability and low portfolio redundancy. If you are a younger investor with a higher risk tolerance and you want dividends without sacrificing tech upside, then you should prioritize FDVV. You accept the uneven dividend growth and the harsher worst-case scenarios to capture a higher expected ceiling. But there is a final profile: the investor paralyzed by FOMO who cannot stomach underperforming in either market condition. For you, the answer is the 50-50 split strategy. It guarantees you will never be fully optimized, but permanently eliminates the psychological urge to performance chase. The perfect ETF doesn't exist in a vacuum. It is simply a specialized tool chosen to fill the specific structural gaps in your unique portfolio.